What tool is? You want one? You want one? You want some? You want some? You want some? You want some?
Hey, look at this rat.
Why is that big? Here.
You get that.
Pop on
Who's there?
a donut stick.
Stop.
You look good.
Huh?
You look good.
Yeah.
You look good. Boy, you are fucking fat. Stop. Stop.
Daddy, I get a donut stick. I get a donut stick, pop, beans, and french fries.
Good. Did you eat all your chicken nuggets? Good job.
Look at that just gave me.
Gave you another mask.
lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Washington football team. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Takes it at the 7. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a first down throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
On first down, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get to normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 38, Mayfield slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Gibson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mayfield keeps it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Baker Mayfield keeping it himself from a yard out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
From the 50, here's Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This running game is so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch a slant. Mike 52. Watch the curve.
Here's Fields. That is caught at the 7-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go, defense.
Read option. Here's Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
52's the mic, boys. 52. It's going to be a long day.
Once more, Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a give to Gibson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now Mayfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give to Gibson running right. Nifty move. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, it's Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and now it winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
2nd and 10, Fields again. Being chased out left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
get
this
a little
time?
closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. Touchdown Bears. David Montgomery as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Mayfield on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty decisions to be made for the second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off play action, Fields. Robinson's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Flushed out right.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Fields.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Flush to his right. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Washington 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back. 44's the money.
On first down, Montgomery. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, That's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. Gets past him at the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
So it's Washington. We welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They go play action. Mayfield. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Mayfield. A giant hole up the middle.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down and goal. Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago, they continue to show